places in your body that you need to pay particular attention if you want to reverse that thing you call disease or sickness. Whenever you're feeling you're sick, like you are sick or you're about to be sick, you need to pay particular attention to these 4 parts of your body in order to reverse it. Number 1 is our oral health. Our mouth. A lot of people think that brushing your teeth in the morning is just to increase your confidence. To make your teeth to look whiter, and then for good to avoid bad breath and the rest of it. But far from it. This small region we call our mouth plays a lot of role when it comes to our immune system. Most of the bacteria that attack us, they live inside this mouth. Millions of them. This little region we call our mouth. And so when you how do you do that? You start brushing. And sometimes rinse with sea salt is one of the things I do. If you suspect that your immune system is low, those signs that you are sick, no appetite, low energy, and the rest of it, start brushing with a good brush. And if you can get the local, stick, like guava leaf stick and the rest of, use them. Use them and brush your teeth. If possible, brush in the morning, brush you go before you go. Don't give the bacteria any chance because they travel a lot from the mouth, especially when you are asleep. Even when you are awake, they move around. Start making connections. They make connections too, just the way we do humans. So don't give them that chance. Eliminate a good number of them from the oral region. The next place to pay closer attention is our gut health. I'm talking of our stomach. Yes, because when the stomach stops working, what makes it? That's when we say we are sick. How does it stop? Stops producing hydrochloric acid for digestion. And what can make that to happen? When we consume, oils, whether it's good oil, bad oil, carbohydrates, sugars, cholesterol, all these things, including acidic foods. Sometimes when they are too much, they get stuck. The stomach is so pressed down that the acid for digestions are no more coming. It can no longer produce hydrochloric acid. And so we say we have no appetite. Toxic overload begins to, mount up. And so what do? You bring in foods that help the stomach to start producing acid like ginger, foods like garlic. Start bringing in foods that will help the stomach, like fennel seeds is great also. When you talk of lemon juice in warm water, is also another good, to help it start producing the acid. Even foods like cloves, when you start chewing them, it destroys some of the yeast, candida, and then activates the reducing sugar. Sometimes, what we call insulin resistance, they cover up the entire place, and then the stomach is left with nothing than to stop working. And so when some of these organs stop working, then we say we are sick. That's exactly what happens. Help them bring in what they are asking for to help you to resuscitate it, the intestine, to start doing. And as you do that, don't forget to bring in sufficient water, because water is a transporter. It's going to do the transportation of whatever you're bringing in to help. Because if you don't take sufficient water in the process of trying to reverse that disease or take back restore your immune system, everything turns out to mount up as toxic overload. And so, as you do that, remember to include sufficient warm water. Slightly. The next place to pay attention when you suspect you're sick, you're feeling sick, what we call sickness. Most of them are not sickness. When our organs malfunction, when they are not doing their job because of the lifestyles and the food choices we're making, is our food. It's the next place to pay attention. A lot of people leave their feet very dirty, very hard. I've seen it all over. I tell you, Anytime you suspect sickness, pay close, wash your feet very well, keep it warm. Before you go to bed, massage it. Treat it as if you're a baby. Use pressed coconut oil mixed with any essential oil that improves blood circulation. Sometimes I can use jasmine oil, mustard seed oil, just a little, mix with it and use it. Or even turmeric oil. All these oils have essential oils. Just a few drops, mix it and massage your feet. Keep it very clean and let the circulation continue. Because if you don't pay attention to your feet, whether you're a young girl or a young man, or mostly the elderly are more affected. The time you sleep, your leg may get very cold. It stops working. Most of the nerves are connected. So many nerves are connected to these feet that you see. And so when it stops, the circulation stops because of coldness, because of lack of attention you give to it. It stops doing its own work. No circulation. At times you wake up at night, not knowing what actually is wrong with you. You'll be wondering why you can no longer go back to sleep. No proper blood circulation. The feet are cold. And most of my followers who are quite close, they know that I often advise that when you wake up like that, get a special oil for massaging your feet, especially the older adult, especially when the weather is cold. Give it a good massage, not just putting on socks or covering it. Just massage it very well. Make sure it's very clean. Because your immune system lies there too. Don't overlook or underrate it. Because if it stops working, the circulation stops. You say you're sick. You're sick. The last place is your hands. Yes. At times you can do some hand exercise. Midnight, I do that to affect all the organs. And then you put a little oil. Always have a good oil for massaging your hands at all times. Whether in your church, in the market, wherever you are, especially to avoid it from getting cold. I have seen a lot of people who suffered stroke, who suffered some complications like that, and I touched their hands quite cold. And when I touch it, I say, no, these hands are too cold. There's no proper blood circulation. The hands, our palms. Sometimes the palms will be looking white, as if there's no blood in the body. No, my dear, there could be blood in your body, but it's not circulating, it's not flowing. Because you have neglected this place. Have you wondered why it's looking like a shoe? Strong. Because it's doing so much. It carries a lot of nerves. And that's why Mother Nature made it like that. Look at it. Look at it. Some people, you see their palm looking so hard, looking so cold. So, don't forget, it plays a lot of role when it comes to your immune system. Just ordinary hands. And of course, more research is even coming out to say that clapping also is part of it. And so if you feel like clapping, go ahead. It's an exercise. When you feel sick, in addition to nutrition, in addition to eating proper diet, please pay attention to these 4 parts of your body. If you need to take your health back, and if you must reverse that disease. And if you like this message, hit the follow button for more.